Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show.
Well, we decided to show you. We don't know what's going to happen, but we have two together, so she can't avoid as easily. We have a third one if we want to put it down. We're just walking around. This is like obstacle desensitization, investigation. Good. And now Katie, when she feels comfortable, go the other direction too with Sam. They see things differently from different directions, so you always want to make sure that they've seen it in both directions. And then we've given her a landing on the other side of the barrel. See, she's watching this flag. Okay. And if we need to encourage her to jump it, I'm going to try to make some noise with the flag. But let's see if we even need to. I'll tell you what. This isn't as good as the white stick with the rope, but for now, let's see if this dressage whip as a pointer can help you. Ask for it. So can you take it on your way? Would you want to take it? Yeah? Okay. It's black, so it's not going to be as visible. It isn't, one of the training sticks that's white with a white string. You can go the other direction, because I don't want her jumping into the camera, okay. Katie. Yeah, just investigate. Okay. If we're pretty sure she's just going to jump easily, sure, we can go both directions. But we've got the camera on this side. We've got some panels on this side. They don't really even need a big, there you go, a big run, jump. See, are you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah? Ask her to do it again. Sometimes if you can get it the first time, doesn't mean you can get it the second, because she did touch it. She said, wait a minute, it grabbed me. She touched it with one of her or two of her legs, so she might be blaming it instead of herself for not lifting her legs. Yeah, avoidance now, avoidance. Ken McNabb, years ago, did a clinic where I was, and he taught his horse to. Good, good. She was willing to lay down. And one of the kids in the audience said, would you do it again? And he said, no, here's a DVD to show you how to do it. Because, they won't always do it twice. That was beautiful. So nice that I would feel comfortable having you come this way. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not even going to go to the other side to threaten to apply pressure with this flag unless there's an indication that, oh, we might need pressure. Very nice. One of these days we'll do a refresher video for you about Semi's concern. Oh, beautiful. Let's just call that our moment of resolution. Semi's concern about white vinyl jumps. I made some jumps that use white vinyl rails and posts and so forth. And she was doing just fine. We were jumping out in the turf and jumping on my track and jumping in the arena. And then one day, one of the riders fell off of her while she was jumping. And Semi got very scared, and that was years ago. So we practically had to retrain her to accept the white vinyl jumps in front of her and to jump over them, whether or not there was a rider on her. And we constantly refresh that training, because that discomfort she had the day that the rider fell off of her, and I'm telling you that was about at least 3 years ago, is very ingrained in her mind. So we keep trying to reinforce the good feelings, the rewards, remove the pressure for the right answer with Semi. With Sadie and Eve, we've never had any trouble. And that's why I'm really careful who I let jump on my horses. Because the person that fell perhaps did the wrong thing. I'm not sure, I wasn't there at the moment, but perhaps did the wrong thing. And there's a lot of right things to do when you're jumping. And we've done a number of shows on them. But our biggest challenge now is to let Semi have confidence that her rider isn't going to fall off. Well, as a postscript, we came out here to the arena. It's not raining right now. It's getting windy, though. Wanted you to see. See, she kind of rushes a trot over him. But after a few minutes, she says, okay, I'm not too scared. We brought the posts out because we could go up a cup or two and see if she'll step over them nicely. Rushing, rushing. Yeah, don't let her rush. That's the wrong answer. So you apply pressure. Not bad. At first when we came out here, she was rushing much faster over these rails. Nice. Okay, Kyle, put that rail over there on the west fence up to the top cup. That means Semi has to pick up her feet a little more. It's a little bit more challenging. A little bit more like what she did a couple years ago.
The bottom cup?
Yeah, the bottom cup I meant. Yes, sorry, not the top cup. She was at about cup 3 several years ago. Jumping was no big issue with Semi. She apparently liked it until that time that the rider fell off. Good. Okay, now let's see how she behaves about from the ground. Stepping over, it's maybe a foot up. Here she's doing the rail on the ground, no problem. And we've got our flag out here. Kyle's going to make a lot of pressure with it, noise pressure, if we start having a problem. Katie's approach, retreat, approach, retreat. The wind isn't helping, but we think we can do this. Yeah, see, she was about to rush. When Katie feels that rushing, that bolting, she says, no, no, back. Whoa, wind. Wind, you saw that. I think you saw that, yes. Something scared her. Now remember, those standards are not too high. Make sure you pick up your line if you have to get over them. We do have higher standards, but when we're training like this, we use standards where it's easier to get your hand over in case the horse does rush. Now there's that stress. Semi's showing us stress. Yeah, did you see how she had to hold that line over? And did you see how much Semi rushed it? Yeah, let's see if we can find our note of resolution out here. We might even do a whole nother show as soon as we get spring weather about how we're getting Semi back to accepting the vinyl jumps. There was a time we couldn't get her anywhere near them. When do you stop? It's a hard choice. Sometimes have we gotten enough done today? Better to have shorter lessons than longer. Always important to stop on a good note, and if you can't accomplish the task that you're trying to accomplish, go to something that you know they can do and stop on that note. So you see she's still rushing, but much better here when the rail is on the ground. Good. How about the other direction for both of them? And then we'll quit. That wind is coming up. You can probably hear it. I'm sure you can see it on the trees in Santa Cruz. Wait a minute if you don't like the weather, because it very quickly can change in 60 seconds. Nice. Nice, that direction. That was good. Still though, it's only about a foot up. It's on the bottom cup. Still rushing. And of course we're doing it from the ground now, then we're going to want to do it from saddle. Yeah, pressure, Kyle. When she does that, yeah. Good. Okay. If she were to have refused, Kyle would have shook that flag a little more loudly and vehemently. Katie stopped just then because we anticipated that she was rushing. When she rushes like that, we're dealing with the reactive side of her brain, as it's said in the natural horsemanship world. Uh-oh, and now she got away. Okay. It's all right, Sam. It's all right. Okay, so we're going to go do that again. That wasn't a good note of resolution at that moment. But at least she didn't go running around, which she could have done, and she didn't. Good. But the wind isn't helping.
Yeah.
And it's going to get stronger and stronger, I anticipate, right now. We've had about 4 days of pretty heavy rain. I'm going to make this the beginning of a show about getting Semi to calmly jump. Good, good. But, you want to try again?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pulled Katie. If you want Kyle to use the flag, just let him know. Easy now, easy, easy. Talk to her. That's better. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay, that's our moment of resolution. Today we're lunging Sadie, asking her to go over our jump here in the half of the arena. A very low jump made of white vinyl and styrene pipes across as rails. And here's one styrene pipe on the ground. The reason we're doing Sadie first today is we want to make sure she's going to be a good partner and model for Semi, because in a moment we're going to bring Semi out here. Katie, who's in there showing Sadie what to do, suggested that maybe Semi would be better. I wanted to get that camera visually in Sadie's way. Be better at jumping over this thing without stress if she sees a herd mate doing it. And Semi used to jump over jumps just fine by herself, and she jumped over jumps years ago with her mom Demi when Demi lived here. So I think that's a good plan. Sometimes they learn from each other, not to be afraid. Okay, we're going to now go get Semi. Well, here we go. We've got the pair in here now. Sadie said, oh, I'm just going to jump over that thing. Let's see if she gets the message from to Semi. This is no big deal. You see, Semi, she always tries to avoid it. And then when she does it with stress. Trying to keep them from wanting to jump over the fence, and we've got a helper here with a blue flag to wave it back and forth. Only if they come toward the fence, Scott. These are 5-foot fences, but you know a horse in stress easily could jump over or jump through. We're just trying to get Semi and Sadie to calmly, maybe not today, calmly go over there, this vinyl jump. But that's not calm. That's not calm. We're going to get it so the vinyl jump has essentially to Semi become an obstacle. Whoa, whoa, pretty exciting. Katie, I'm a little bit concerned about this much excitement. We didn't know what to expect. We're going to do it every day a little bit more. And you know what? Next time, let's do it with Eve. Eve, I think, will be less excitable. Sadie is Eve's daughter. Yeah, and they're both licking their lips now. Do you want to try it one more time, or should we call that our moment? Okay, other direction. And remember, we've got a training flag here to keep them from thinking about going over. We don't want them kicking each other either in their excitement. Now, they graze together all the time during the day. Okay, be ready here. Be ready. A little bit, a flag. When they come here, you just very quietly say, no, 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 no. We're not going to think about going through this gate or jumping over this fence. Right now, flag, good. Not with too much excitement. Can we get them to go the other direction? You know, when do you say it's our moment of resolution? Sometimes it's a hard choice. And Katie is absolutely theoretically correct. You want to do everything both directions. Now, will Semi think about going over the jump? No way. Scott, flag, good. I'm really glad I bought this flag when I went to the Horsemen's Reunion. No, they're not calming each other down at all. They're just exciting each other. So we'll keep this up. But like I said, next time we'll try it with Eve, because I'm pretty sure Eve will just step over that jump, no matter whether Semi's in the arena or not. We want this jump. You see, it's a very low step over. At this point, it's on the lower cup. It shouldn't be something that they're getting all excited about. We want them to just go over it in unison, we hope, without excitement. There, the way Sadie just went over it. See, Semi's still resisting, and Semi still went over with a great deal of body stress. Let's call that it. Okay, and Scott, if you could take Sadie, and Katie will take Semi, and they're gonna turn out right now in their pastures for the next 6 hours. And I am gonna go and upload this video clip, because I think this is gonna make a very interesting show about training Semi, retraining Semi, not to be worried about white vinyl jumps. I'm going to just show you how they behave going toward their pasture. Is it a totally different story to just go down that driveway, which they know is the route they take to browse and graze for the next 6 to 8 hours? So far, so good. No excitement. Okay, we will see with repetition, with changing partners. We will see if we can get these Morgan mares, ranch versatile, to show each other that it's no big deal to step over and then eventually jump over, when we raise the styrene pipe, the white vinyl jumps in the arena. And then we'll work our way out to larger spaces. Even the driveway that you're seeing them walk on now, we have set up these jumps there. And we set them up in their pasture across the street. Every time you change location, you're essentially changing requests. So we want to make sure that the message and the correct answer is given in every single location. And that's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. www.urbancowgirlchannel.com. We're working with Eve as a herd leader to Semi to go over these 2 styrene rails with white vinyl jump standards. Eve doesn't bat an eyelash, and I'm going to show you. Oh, okay. Don't have to stay out of her way or anything. Now, does that help Semi to do it without rushing? Let's show you. Let me go out here, and you bring Semi over. Angela, staying out of her way if she rushes. Could be better, but not too bad. Turn around and go the other way. We did this before we turned on the camera, and Angela says Semi is worse the other way. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now I'm gonna bring Eve back in. Back, back, back. And you come out here and let Semi watch. We're trying to get Semi to trust us, have confidence in us, not be afraid, essentially desensitize her to white vinyl jumps. So, stepping over is one thing. Can I get Eve to be directed over? Yeah, well, that's going eastward. Whoop, back, back, back. Okay, she stepped on one of the styrenes. Let's see if that's going to scare her. She said, oh, okay, I better watch where my feet are. Now, can you do it with Semi? And if not, that's okay, we'll work on it. We'll work on it with repetition, small steps. We'll bring Sadie here and do the same thing as a leader. Maybe Sadie and Eve. Okay, now you go over there and see if you can get her. Why don't you come in the westward direction first, since we know she's not quite as spooked by that direction. And we've got the Monty Roberts on if we need a little more control, the dually halter. Now, did you see how I did it? You got to make sure that you keep your lead line from knocking over the standard. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's do it again. Lead line up. Not bad, but not as good as Eve. Now, let's see if you can turn direction. Either way, just leader or director. Watch the lead line over the standard. Good. Very good. Licking her lips. Very good. You know, I would consider that absolutely enough for today. In fact, I would say that what she just did was acceptable. You can see that she's, oh, I better do this quickly, concerned, but she was willing, and that's what we want. Willing, ranch versatile, Morgan horses. Desensitizing Semi to white vinyl jumps. If you go to the beginning of the show, you'll see that, quite to Katie's surprise, but not to my surprise, Semi went over 2 barrels that were lying on their sides right about here in the square pen. She clipped them with her back leg, I think it was, one time, and then resisted a little bit after that, but then she gained confidence and was willing to go over them in both directions. And since then, we've been doing a lot of desensitizing with these white vinyl jumps, and I've explained, I'll just briefly tell you that she became afraid of them when somebody who was riding her fell off when going over a low rail, a low styrene pipe here on the white vinyl jump. So we're trying to rebuild her confidence and refresh the rebuild from time to time. She's licking her lips. Watch her body language. She sees this white vinyl jump. She sees me. She knows that Angela's going to ask something of her. We've got a team of 4 here today. Everett's going to help with the blue training flag if we need some noise or visual block behind her, if she's resisting, within parameters of safety and with join up. We've got the Monty Roberts dually halter on, but we've also got me to walk in front of her. And Angela is getting the feel and the knack and the timing of requesting with confidence and with firmness what we want. So what's she going to do in here? Is she going to veer off? Is she going to walk over? And then Julie Goodnight had a program this morning on RFD about mounting in a saddle. And she emphasized over and over and over again what I've emphasized. Small steps. Make sure you have accomplished each small step. Back up if you have to until you have the horse's willingness, stress-free, correct answer. So we put the rail down. This is, if we're going to do it as high as the barrels on the side, we'll want the rail at least at cup 2. Semi had no problem jumping over the barrels. Will she have a problem right this minute stepping over this styrene rail? Because it's between the 2 white jump standards. And notice that we have the low standards in here, because we want to make sure that we don't accidentally knock over the standards with the lead line. Okay, so I'm going to give her a join up. I'm going to walk over to the right, and you're going to walk over the middle. Okay, team members ready? Timing is everything. Position is everything. Let's go. Watch watch the standard. Come to the middle. That's why I want you to go out and then down the middle. Don't go near the standard. Rushing. She didn't rush over the barrels, and they were much higher. Let's do it again. We don't want rushing. We'll do this as often as it takes. So you're going to come out and then turn. Come on, Sam. I'm showing her that it's not going to attack us. Better. Very good. Better. Okay, let's try it again. Then we'll go the other direction. Try to think the way the horse thinks. Try to see what the horse probably sees. Very nice. All right, let's turn around, go the other direction. Everything in two directions. Good, good. We haven't had to use the blue training flag, but I sure am glad we have Everett standing there just in case we have to, because timing is so important. Yeah, you go to the other side of the Monty Roberts dually halter. It has this double-stranded nylon with 2 rings on each side. So now we're changing direction, so we're changing rings. It's also a halter that can be used just for leading because it has a ring on the bottom as well. Okay, so you're going to come out, and you're going to go down the middle, and I'm going to go off to the left. Okay? Come on, Sam. Good. Let's do it again. Good. Confidence. She's showing us that she's confident. Good. I'm going to go off to the left, and you're going to go down the middle. We don't want to knock over these standards. Very nice. And now, next step up. Can we ask her to do the same thing when it is at the bottom cup? Let's go this direction again, since we've already got the lead line on that side. She may want to stop and investigate, which is okay with me. She very often wants to investigate. Come on, Sam. Okay, come on around again. She's just saw me go over. I'll be leader if I have to. Look beyond, look beyond, look beyond. Stay out of her way. Aha, more rushing. Off the ground like that, it's a different monster. But she's licking her lips. Good sign. I'll stand here. When you go down the corridor to go over, look beyond. She'll feel that. Okay. Aha. Now that might change her mind. She's not licking her lips. She's concerned. She did that by not lifting her feet, not knowing where her feet was. Is she going to think that that rail, that styrene rail, jumped out at her? We may have trouble now. Okay, come on, Angela. Now when she went over the barrels, it was then again another cup. Look ahead, look ahead. Better, better.
To be continued in further vinyl jump obstacle desensitization. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.